Namaste, everyone. Welcome to your 45 minutes Yoga Asana, our posture lead class. We are going to come back to the Warrior 2 throughout our practice today. So we're really going to focus on finding that warrior. It's a hip opener. So the hips are going to be to the side. You really are trying to get that knee to the side, open the hip, those shoulders really opening that chest. So it's all about opening here on our Warrior 2. Also, just as a tip here, you might do a few things where you have to adjust yourself from a posture and then coming back to Warrior 2. If you see that the posture ends up with a small stance, the front foot stays where it is and you just drag the one back. And notice my foot now is not perfectly at 3 o'clock. It doesn't have to be. You just have to keep the little hips open, but the foot you can allow it if you have that flexibility in your foot, so in your ligaments, in your tendons, all the soft tissue. Very good. So I think that's it. Let's come to the front of the mat. Find our Samasthiti. On our tradition, feet high, hip width apart, we adopt the anatomical position, hands towards the front. Now let's activate all those muscles on the lower legs and feet. On your inhale, bring the toes up, press with the ball of the foot, and toe down, and then all the other ones. You're going to press with the ball of the foot. If your feet go to the side, then you're not pressing just a little bit more. Holding here. On your exhale, slowly down. Breathe. There's a light engagement on the glutes, so contracting those glutes. Barely towards the midline, not towards the back, it's towards the midline. So you're really contracting those muscles around here. So the abs and those transverse and obliques. And you roll the shoulders back and down. So really open that chest. Lots of space to the neck. And the chin is slightly tucked in. On your inhale, contract all the muscles. On your exhale, relax. You should feel nice, grounded, stable, strong in your Samasthiti. On your next inhale, big circle with your arms, hands up, hands together in Anjali Mudra. On your exhale, hinging from the hips, chest forwards. And then you're going to relax the muscles of the back. The hand will come towards the knees, the hands towards the floor. On your inhale, looking forwards, flat back. If you have a more advanced practice, keep the hands on, flat on the floor. On your exhale, send yourself back into plank. Belly, pressing down with those hands, so shoulders low and don't collapse. Press them away. You can bring the knees towards the floor if you like. You're going to turn the crease of the elbows forwards and you're going to slowly lower down. Elbows in, rubbing on the ribcage. I want you to feel those elbows. On your inhale, you're going to keep the toes tucked and come into Kokila. If you really want to, you can untuck the toes and come into Cobra. In our tradition, there is no dogs. We don't call dogs to anyone. We call this posture the cuckoo posture. On your exhale, press with the hands and come into our mountain posture. Again, we don't call dogs to anyone, which is an insult, and we don't want insult to really upset anyone. So we're not dogs, we are sacred mountains, and we are cuckoo postures. Let's come to our first warrior. To the right leg up. You're going to step into the front of the mat. Do it really slowly. Shift forwards. Bring that knee to the nose. Then flex the foot in between your hands. And just allow the left foot to the heel to fall to the side. And you can just come up or do a big cartwheel with the hands. And notice that my foot is forwards. And I'm going to allow it to go even more back. So I keep that thigh parallel to the floor. And I'm really using my glute here. My left glute is really, really strong. So I can keep my posture without a lot of fatigue. If I feel it too much on my thigh, most likely I'm leaning too forwards, so bring it back. You're rotating that neck. Really is almost if you wanted to touch with your chin on that shoulder. Keeping those shoulders down though. One more breath. On your next exhale, cartwheel the hands to the floor, lift the back heel, and take it back. Plank. You can have again, knees on the floor if you like. Lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Kokirasana, squeezing the glutes to protect your lower back. On your exhale, Mirwasana, mountain posture. On your next inhale, you're going to stepping forwards with the left foot. So shift forwards, knee to nose, press the hands and the foot in between your hands. And then coming up, either take it immediately back, like if you were throwing an arrow, as you say in yoga, or you can do a big, nice cartwheel here. Adjusting here the foot, so the back foot can be really going back. Squeezing the right glute, and you're looking forwards. Notice my neck is not out. My neck is really in. I'm really rotating my neck here to look through my fingers. Check your knee. If your knee is coming in, then your foot will come in as well. So that means that the rotation on the hip is not there just yet, which is perfectly fine. Don't have the foot going forwards and having the knee coming in, because that means that you're crushing your meniscus on your lateral side and just overstretching and overstressing your tissues. One more breath. On your next exhale, hands to the floor. Send yourself back. Lower down, elbows in. Inhale, reaching up. Squeezing the glutes again. Exhale, Mirwasana, mountain posture. You want to bring the heels towards the floor. So if your heels are far away, just give a baby step forwards and then push with the hands. Send yourself back and see if you can bring those heels closer and closer. Activate that pelvic floor and activate those thighs. If your heels are on the floor, lift those toes. Coming to the front of the mat, baby steps. That handstand. And then looking forwards, flat back. On your exhale, slowly down. On your next inhale, bend slightly the knees, just an inch. And then looking forwards, coming up with a flat back, all around in the spine. Squeezing the glutes if you're going to go for that small back bend, reaching up with the chest. On your exhale, the arms to the side. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, looking forward. On your exhale, send yourself back into plank. Lower down. Inhale, Chaturanga. Dandasana, Kokirasana. Exhale, Mirwasana. And you inhale the right leg up. Step it to the front of the mat. Adjust the back heel, come into your warrior two. Pressing with the outside edge of the left foot. And the front foot, you're pressing with that big toe. Again, checking if that neck, if you are squeezing that glute. And your foot, front foot. Checking that knee and foot together. On your exhale, hands to the floor. Press, take it back. Lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, Mirwasana. A few breaths here. On your exhale, the hands to the floor. Press, lift that foot, take it back. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, baby steps to the front of the mat. Come with the tip of the toes. So you're really light on the feet. You're pressing with the hands. And then looking forwards, flat back. On your exhale, down. Inhale, coming up. Reaching up. Exhale, arms to the side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, looking forward. On your exhale, send yourself back into plank and lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, middle asana. Mountain posture. Checking those heels again. See if it is necessary that baby step forwards. Engaging those thighs. And really tilt that tailbone. So thinking of a back bend almost here. Should feel nice stretch to the back of the knees there. So lower hamstrings, top of the calves. And in the next inhale, the right leg to the front of the mat. And then coming up into your warrior two. Maybe going to sink a bit more this time. If you have to adjust, allow the back foot to slide back. And then press with the outside edge of the foot again. One more breath. And you exhale the hands to the floor. Raise the back heel, take it back, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, mountain posture. On your next inhale, the left leg up, step it to the front of the mat. As slowly as you can. Adjust the back heel and then coming into your warrior two. Again, maybe sinking down a bit more. One more breath. On your next exhale, the arms to the floor. Send yourself back and lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, mountain posture. You're pressing with your thumb and index finger on the floor. Strong with those arms. And then again, baby steps to the front of the mat. Shift forwards. Come walking with the tip of those toes. Inhale, looking forwards. Exhale down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale the arms to the side. One step back. Just staying here, observing ourselves. Regulating the breath. Having a little bit of water if you like. Coming to the front of the mat. On your inhale, the right knee to the chest. We're going to come into our warrior two. So bend slightly that left knee, shift the chest forwards and take that foot back. And start opening that hip. Ball of the foot down, outside of the edge, down on the floor, and adjusting the back foot if necessary. And then finding your warrior two here.
Let's check everything. Start with the front. Big toe pressing on the mat. Foot and knee together, same direction. If the knee comes in, the foot comes in. If the knee is parallel to the front, so then goes same direction. Let's go to the back foot. Foot to 3 o'clock or slightly more in, pigeonhole. And then you're pressing with the outside edge of that foot. That's coming up. Our right glute is active, very strong here. And then rolling those shoulders, making sure they are rolling down. I like sometimes to point my elbows down to make sure that everything is relaxed around here. My fingers are together, and I'm turning my neck to my fingers, my left fingers, so the forward ones. One more breath here. On your next exhale, let's reverse our warrior. So you might have your arm with your palm facing down, if you like. In our tradition, we tend to point the arm up because then I find a bigger stretch to this big muscle that goes from here on the side and also to your lats, to your latissimus dorsi, which is the muscle that comes here from the back, right up here to insert on your arm. There is a contraction to the right side of the body at the same time when you're stretching the left. Turn the left foot in and place the hands behind your back. Reaching forwards with the chest. So have a slight bend to those knees just to protect your joints. Reaching forwards and then slowly bring the top of the head towards the floor, arms forwards. On your next inhale, release the hands, bring the hands to the floor. Turn the feet out and sitting down into goddess. Your hands can be in Namaskar. You can have the hands forwards if you want to include your shoulders. Or if necessary, you can have just the hands slightly pressing on the knees to ease off that pressure. I'm still pressing with my big toes on the floor. And I feel that contraction on the pelvic floor. Making sure the bum is not going back. So you really try to be as flat as you can here. Slowly release. Bring the feet hip width apart on your inhale, flat back. On your exhale, relax down. Bend those knees if you like, and then unroll that spine. Reaching up with the chest, reaching up with your hands. Hands to the side, samastiti. Front of the mat, your left knee to the chest. On your exhale, bend slightly that right knee, take that foot back, chest forwards, open the hips, and then adjusting the foot if necessary. Our warrior two here. Let's start again. Big toe pressing on the front foot. That front foot and knee in line. Coming to the back foot, pressing with the outside edge of the foot. So finding a nice stretch to that, those lateral ligaments on your ankle. Lifting those arches, don't collapse on the arches. So really notice here the difference for my back foot. Squeeze in the left glute, that will give you the strength to hold the posture for quite a long time. Your arms are parallel to the floor, so look to the back arm. Is it going up? Is it going in? Making sure that it's in line. And then rotate that neck. And I want to see all those big muscles over here on the left side, those sternocleidomastoid. Really strong here. Maybe sinking a bit more. The more you sink, the more you squeeze that glute, belly in, and the pelvic floor. One more. And then we're going to reverse our warrior. Left hand to the back of the knee. And then take that right hand up. So it's a very nice active posture here. It's a reversed warrior. So you really want to send that hand, which is much more active than being here. So this is a very floppy warrior. And then you want to be a nice, folding tension here. Making sure you're squeezing still with that left glute. Press that heel of the hand up. Feel that nice stretch on the right side. And that contraction on the left side of the body. One more. On your exhale, look down. So you always look first. Bring that right foot in. This time you're going to take the hands to the outside of the ankles, reaching forwards, bend slightly those knees. Hands grabbing the ankles, looking forwards on your exhale, the head down. On the next inhale, looking forwards, hands to the floor. Turn the feet out, heels in, sink down. Got it. And then again, slowly bring the hands down. And bring the feet in into hip width apart. Inhale, flat back. On your exhale, relax down. On the next inhales, coming up, reaching up. On your exhale, the hands to the side. Let's have a small break. Have a little bit of water if you like. Coming to the front of the mat. On your next inhale, bring the right knee to the chest. Finding that warrior two. Bend slightly that left knee. Reaching forwards with the chest. Take the foot back. And then bring the foot down to the floor and find your warrior two. Check the back hand. Is it parallel? Looking forwards. Really rotate that neck again. All the previous cues. Big toe on the mat. Pressing the outside edge of the foot. Squeezing that right glute. Sink down. As low as you can here. On the next exhale, you're going to extend the left leg, making sure that we don't hyperextend. Give a slight bend to that knee, pressing the big toe down. Reaching forwards, and then you can bring your hand to the side, the right hand up. Or you can slowly bring it towards the floor, or you can even press on the ankle. If you bring your hand to the floor, press that knee and elbow together. Just helping you rotating here, looking up at the right hand. You still feel that contraction on the right glute, and you should feel a nice stretch here on the right side of the body. On the next exhale, slowly bend that knee. Coming back into our warrior two. Adjust the back foot if you have to adjust. And then sink down. And then slowly extend the front leg. Bring it down into Trikonasana. And slowly coming back to our Virasana. Slowly bring the hands to the hips, adjusting the feet here. So just bring the stance closer and then stepping to the front of the mat. Left knee to the chest. On your exhale, take that foot back and find your warrior two. Making sure you're taking that tailbone a little bit in. So don't hyperextend your back. Keep the ribs in, so keeping that band strong. All these muscles pulling together. Maybe sinking down a bit more. Checking those cues. And then we're going to find our variation of Trikonasana. Extend the front leg, bring the arm down. You can stay here. or slowly bring the hand to the ankle, so you're coming down a bit more, or even flat on the floor. If you're on the floor, press the elbow and knee together and looking up. On your exhale, slowly look down, bend that front knee, coming back to your warrior two. And let's go through the three postures. Reverse your warrior, press that hand away. Find your warrior two. Extend the front leg, reaching forwards, Trikonasana. When you exhale, look down, bring the hands to the hips. Just turn that right foot, bring it back, and bring the left foot slightly forwards. And then you can turn and come to the front of the mat. Now, next inhale, the right knee to the chest. Take it back into your warrior two. Finding another variation of Trikonasana, or if you prefer, also called side angle. So much deeper into the posture. Trikonasana, you bring the hand down to the floor and your front knee is still bent and your hip is quite high. So you're still not the leg extended you have with your knee bent. But if you want a little bit more, you can bring that hip right down. So notice the difference, hip up and hip down. And then you take your arm forward. So the right arm is pointing right forwards for me. So if you can find that perfect line from that outside edge of the foot, coming up to your fingers. You're pressing with your left knee on your left shoulders, helping you rotate here, looking up at your hand. Coming back to your warrior two, press with the front foot and then lift, squeezing with that right glute to hold the posture. And then slowly, let's find the four postures now. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Next one, warrior two. Extend the front leg, Trikonasana. And bend the front knee, bring the hand right down, hip down, Trikonasana. Find hands to the hips, turn that left foot in, and adjusting the back foot as well, so coming to the front of the mat. The left knee to the chest, and then slowly take it back. Find your warrior two. Finding your variation of Trikonasana here, bring the hand to the floor. You want the heel of the hand on the floor, not the fingers. The hip staying up, take the arm up and you're on the Trikonasana. Otherwise, bring that hip down. Take the fingers forwards and find yourself into your side angle. Don't collapse with it on that left arch. Keep pressing with the outside edge of the foot. Looking up at your hand and pressing with that right shoulder and right knee together so to help you rotate that chest. And then coming back to your warrior two. Sinking down. Now let's go through the four postures. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Find your warrior two. Extend the front leg, reach forwards, and then come to your Trikonasana, triangle. Bend that front knee, bring the hand down. Sink those hips down, Side angle. On your exhale, look down. Framing that foot, take the right foot out, take the right hand out. Take it back, lower down. Inhale up, exhale. I think we have time for one more posture. So let's come to the front of the mat. Looking forwards on your exhale, relax down. And then slowly coming up. Exhale. On your next inhale, the right knee to the chest. Take that foot back, find your warrior two. Coming to our Ardha Chandrasana. So if you are familiar with the posture, you can just reach forwards and coming up into your posture. Otherwise, you're going to follow me. From here, I'm going to turn forwards. I'm going to bring both my arms. So my foot is in the middle, my arms to the side. And notice here the distance. The distance is going to be the length from my hip to my shoulder. So my hands can't be here. They have to be quite forwards. That's it. And then you are going to take the right leg up, press that heel away. Then you're going to try to get very light on the right fingers and see if you can start rotating that hip. Bring that right hand to the hip and imagine that you're using your hand to help you rotate. Take that right shoulder back. So before you go up, take the right hand up if that feels good. Otherwise, stay with the hand on the hip. And then it's normally when we start using our vestibular system, our earrings, our ears. So when you look up is when you can lose your balance. So last thing for you to do. And then slowly bend that left knee, coming back to your warrior two. Let's go through all the postures. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Find your warrior two. Extend the front leg, reaching forwards, Trikonasana. Bend that front knee, reach with the hand down, Parsvakonasana. Looking forwards, take the hand right to the front, lift, Ardha Chandrasana. Bring the right hand down. Bring the right foot to meet the left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, the arms to the side. On your next inhale, the left knee to the chest. Exhale. You're going to bring your hands for your Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. I'm going to either go to the posture from here or again with me. Turn with your arms forwards, reaching forwards. Lift that back leg, press that heel away. Come very light on your left fingers, bring the hand to the hip. Start opening that hip, so rotating it to the side. And then take your arm up. Only if it feels good, you're going to take the head up. And then if this is all good, you're going to start practicing your balance. So see if you can bring that right hand off the floor. And then bend that right knee. Bring that left foot down. Fine. Coming back to your warrior two. And last time, going through the five postures. Right hand up, reverse your warrior, sink down. Find your warrior two. Again, sink down. Trikonasana, extend the front leg. Bend the front knee. Parsvakonasana, side angle. And then slowly coming to your Ardha Chandrasana. And then slowly bring the left hand down, bring the left foot to meet the right at the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back, exhale down. Send yourself back into plank and lower down. Right down on the mat. Interlace the hands behind your back, point those toes, feet together. Inhale, lift. Variation of Bhujangasana. And you exhale, slowly relax. Bring the hands down towards the side. Curl those toes and lift into plank. Take yourself back into mountain posture. Jumping through, or just bring the feet to the floor and slowly take the feet forwards. Paschimottanasana, Dandasana, Pratipadasana. The three traditional postures together. Inhale. Exhale, reaching those elbows down towards the floor. Stay looking at your big toes. Only if your belly is flat on the floor, then you can bring the head down towards your shins. Really thinking of pressing those knees down towards the floor, so the back of the knees. And when I do that, I notice that activation on my thighs. One more. On the next inhale, slowly coming up. Find a variation of Dandasana. The easiest one, hands on the floor. The next one, hands into Namaskar. Bring those toes back, maybe the heels off the floor. And if you want a little bit more interlace the hands, bring the hands up. Arms touching on your ears. On your exhale, take the hands to the side. You're going to take the palms one palm back, press with the thumb index finger, chest up, full posture, legs straight, variation with the feet on the floor, hip width apart, reaching up on your inhale. Staying here for a few breaths. See if you can find that rotation on those shoulders, finding that nice stretch to the chest. One more breath. And then slowly bring it down. Shift to the front of the mat, point those toes, chin to the chest, and slowly bring it down. Relax the feet to the side. Relax your arms, palms facing up. And then going from side to side with your head, just making sure we have a lot of space to our neck. And then relaxing the muscles of the face. Relaxing the body. Allowing yourselves to relax. Focusing on the breath. Inhales and exhales through the nose. And then introducing a count to our breath. 6 beats of the heart on your inhale and 6 beats of the heart on your exhale. Of those 6 beats. And the full length of your exhale on those 6 beats. Your mind wander, coming back to the breath. Focus on that count. I hope you enjoy the relaxation. Coming back to the body. Bringing some movements to the fingers and the toes. And allow your movements to go over the head. And then bring the knees to the chest. Give yourself a nice hug. And then allow yourself to fall to your calming side in yoga, your left side. Make a bit with your hands. Stay here for another breath. And slowly pressing with the right hand on the floor, followed by the left. Come into a seated posture of your choice. Acknowledgements. We circle with your arms, hands up in Anjali Mudra. On your exhale, bring the hands towards the heart. Inhale the hands forwards into Agra Mudra. Bring the hands towards the heart. On your next inhale, bring your hands into your Anya chakra, which represents intelligence. Let yourselves make a time for yoga. Big inhale. On your exhale, bow to yourself. Thank you very much. Enjoy evening. Namaste.